Ever wished you could just plug in and recharge, like, your phone?
Hmm. Interesting.
Well, today we're diving into something kind of like that,
Okay.
but for your whole body.
All right.
Hydration's around drips.
Yeah.
It's not about replacing your morning coffee, but more like a direct line to feeling better. And it's been gaining popularity outside of hospitals.
Right.
You sent us some research on this, so we're going to break down how it all works,
Okay.
what's in these drips,
Mm-hmm.
and who might really benefit.
Sounds good.
So, you know what's interesting is this isn't just a celebrity fad.
No.
IV therapy is backed by science
Right.
and has been used in medical settings for a long time.
For a long time, yeah.
Seeing it move into wellness clinics and spas shows a growing interest in proactive health.
Definitely.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's unpack this.
Right.
The research mentions the main benefit of IV drips is, well, hydration.
Hmm.
It seems pretty obvious, but it's way faster than chugging water. The source even mentions athletes use these to recover faster because it delivers fluids and nutrients straight into the bloodstream.
Exactly. Think of it like this. Usually, when you drink something,
Yeah.
it has to go through your entire digestive system before your body can even use it.
Oh, okay.
IV drips skip that whole process, delivering everything right where it's needed most.
Oh, okay.
This means faster absorption,
Right.
and as you said, faster results.
So it's not just about the amount of fluids, but also the delivery method.
Yeah.
It's like taking the express lane instead of sitting in traffic.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
The research also dives into who benefits most from IV therapy.
Okay.
Athletes, for example, can use it to quickly replenish electrolytes lost through sweat,
Yes.
especially crucial during intense workouts.
Absolutely. For athletes, rapid rehydration can mean the difference between a quick recovery
Wow.
and prolonged muscle soreness. What's fascinating is that IV drips can also benefit people who experience chronic dehydration, maybe due to a health condition or certain medications. It helps them stay consistently hydrated,
Oh, wow.
which can be a game changer for managing their health.
That makes a lot of sense. Now, you know me, I always get curious about the ingredients.
Of course, yeah.
The source mentions a saline solution as the base. But what else goes into these drips?
Well, saline is a sterile mix of water and sodium chloride, essential for hydration. But the real power comes from the additional ingredients tailored to your needs. Electrolytes like potassium and magnesium, which are crucial for everything from muscle function to nerve signaling,
Wow.
and vitamins like B12 for energy.
And I noticed they often include glutathione.
Yes.
What's so special about that?
Glutathione is a powerful antioxidant that our bodies naturally produce.
Okay.
But things like stress, pollution, and even just our diet can deplete it.
Oh.
That's where IV drips come in. Delivering glutathione directly into your bloodstream can boost those levels, potentially leading to a whole host of benefits.
So if you're feeling run down or noticing your skin looking a bit dull, maybe a glutathione boost could be helpful. The research also highlights benefits for people recovering from illness.
Absolutely.
Whether it's a nasty flu, food poisoning, or even post-surgery, IV drips can provide that extra support to bounce back faster.
That's right. When you're sick, your body is working overtime to fight off the illness,
Right.
and maintaining proper hydration is crucial. 4V drips deliver fluids, electrolytes, and even medications directly into the bloodstream,
Right.
giving your body the resources it needs to heal more effectively.
And speaking of traveling, the source mentions jet lag as another situation where IV drips can be super helpful.
Oh, for sure.
Long flights can really dehydrate you and mess with your body's natural rhythms.
Definitely, yeah.
Have you noticed more people seeking IV therapy for travel recovery?
Absolutely, especially those flying across multiple time zones.
Oh.
4V drips can help rehydrate, replenish electrolytes, and even deliver vitamins to combat that sluggish, jet-lagged feeling. It's like a fast track to feeling refreshed and ready to explore.
Now, this all sounds amazing, but I have to ask, is it really more effective than just drinking water? I mean, water is essential, but can it compete with a direct line to your bloodstream?
It's a great question and one I hear a lot.
Yeah.
While staying hydrated with water is crucial for everyday health, IV drips offer a significant advantage in specific situations. Think of it like this.
Yeah.
Imagine you're trying to water a large field.
Okay.
You can use a watering can,
Yeah.
which is like drinking water, gets the job done, but it takes time. An IV drip is like using a sprinkler system.
Oh.
It covers more ground faster and more efficiently.
So it's not about replacing regular water intake, but having a more targeted approach when needed. The research specifically uses the example of post-workout recovery.
Yeah.
Even if you drink plenty of water after a tough workout, replenishing those lost electrolytes quickly Can be challenging.
Precisely. And those electrolytes are key for muscle function and preventing cramps. 4V therapy can deliver them directly to your muscles, allowing for a faster and more effective recovery. It's like giving your body that extra edge to bounce back quicker.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So when does it make sense to go for the IV route instead of just grabbing a bottle of water? What are the situations where it really shines?
It really comes down to choosing the right tool for the job.
Right.
If you're just looking to stay hydrated throughout the day, drinking water is perfectly fine.
Mhm.
But when you need a quick boost, like after a tough workout,
Okay.
during recovery from an illness, or even to combat jet lag,
Yeah.
that's when 5E therapy can be a game changer.
So it's like having an extra tool in your wellness toolkit
Exactly.
for those specific situations.
Yeah.
Now we've talked about the benefits
Right.
and who might find 5e drips helpful, but let's get into some other popular uses that the source mentions. Hangover relief
Yeah.
and immune support seem to be trending right now.
And it's not hard to see why
Yeah.
hangovers, as you know, are essentially a severe form of dehydration,
Right.
often coupled with depleted nutrients.
Oh, right.
5E therapy can help rehydrate you quickly, restore electrolyte balance, and even flush out toxins.
That makes sense, but I also wonder if it's addressing the root cause or just masking the symptoms. It's important to remember that moderation is key,
Absolutely.
even with helpful tools like IV drips.
5E therapy should complement a healthy lifestyle, not encourage unhealthy habits.
Right.
As for immune support, many people turn to IV drips during cold and flu season, opting for formulations with high doses of vitamins like C and B12.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
We often think of taking vitamins orally, but delivering them intravenously ensures maximum absorption.
For sure.
It's like giving your immune system an extra boost when it needs it most.
Exactly. And, while we're talking about putting things into your body,
Yeah.
we have to address the safety aspect.
Right.
The source mentions potential risks
Okay.
and emphasizes choosing a qualified provider.
Right. Yeah. That's crucial. It's not something to be taken lightly.
No, it's not.
What should people be considering when choosing a provider?
First and foremost, look for licensed medical professionals,
Okay.
like registered nurses or physicians who specialize in IV therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Don't hesitate to ask about their certifications and experience.
Right.
You want someone who knows what they're doing.
And the source also mentioned transparency as a key factor.
Absolutely.
Okay.
A reputable provider will be open about everything.
Yeah.
The ingredients in their drips,
Okay.
the potential benefits and risks,
Right.
and even the cost.
Yeah.
They should be happy to answer all your questions and address any concerns you might have.
It's like any health decision. You want to be informed and feel comfortable with the provider you choose. Checking online reviews is also a good idea, right?
Definitely.
It's always helpful to see what other people's experiences have been.
Online reviews can give you a sense of the provider's reputation, customer service, and overall patient experience. Look for patterns in the feedback, both good and bad.
And of course, hygiene standards are non-negotiable.
Yes.
We're talking about needles and going directly into the bloodstream, so cleanliness is absolutely paramount.
Couldn't agree more. You want a provider who adheres to the highest standards of hygiene and sterilization.
Okay.
The facility should be clean, well-maintained, and the staff should be following strict protocols for hand-washing equipment, sterilization, and infection control.
So let's say you've done your research,
Okay.
found a qualified provider, and you're ready to try an IV drip.
All right.
What can you expect during the actual treatment?
It's usually a pretty straightforward and comfortable experience.
Right.
You'll start with a consultation with a medical professional
Okay.
to discuss your health history, any medications you're taking, and your goals for the IV therapy.
So it's not a one-size-fits-all approach.
Not at all.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of IV therapy.
Okay.
It's customizable. The provider will recommend a specific drip formulation based on your individual needs and what you're hoping to achieve.
That makes a lot of sense. What happens after the consultation?
Once you've chosen a drip, a nurse or doctor will insert a small IV catheter into a vein in your arm.
Okay.
It's a quick process and usually painless, though. Some people might feel a slight pinch. Then they'll connect the IV bag containing the drip solution, and the fluids will slowly infuse into your bloodstream.
Right.
This typically takes about 30 to 60 minutes.
And during that time, can you just relax, read a book, catch up on emails?
Exactly. Most clinics have comfortable chairs or even recliners where you can unwind during the infusion.
Oh, nice.
People read, listen to music, or even take a quick nap.
Oh, wow.
It's a nice opportunity to take a break and de-stress.
Now we've touched on the benefits
Right.
and
Yeah.
the process, but it's important to be aware of the potential risks as well. We talked about mild discomfort at the injection site,
Mm-hmm.
but the source also mentions rare, more serious complications.
Right. While IV therapy is generally safe when administered by qualified professionals,
Yeah.
there are some things to keep in mind.
Okay.
Improper hygiene can increase the risk of infection, for example.
Which, again, highlights the importance of choosing a provider who prioritizes hygiene and follows strict protocols.
Absolutely. And there's also a slight risk of something called phlebitis,
Oh.
which is basically inflammation of the vein.
Okay.
It can cause some pain and swelling, but it's uncommon with proper care.
Okay, so being upfront with your provider about any allergies, medical conditions, or medications you're taking is key to minimizing potential risks.
Exactly. It's all about open communication and making sure everyone is on the same page.
Now, before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I think it's important to reiterate that IV therapy is not a magic bullet.
You're absolutely right.
It's a tool, and like any tool, it's most effective when used appropriately.
It's not a replacement for a healthy lifestyle.
It's not about ditching your healthy habits, but rather adding another option to your wellness routine when needed.
Exactly. 4B therapy can be a valuable addition to your overall approach to health and wellness, but it's not a substitute for a balanced diet. Regular exercise, enough sleep, and managing stress.
So if you're considering trying IV therapy, it's crucial to have realistic expectations and think of it as part of a holistic approach to your well-being.
And as always, it's a good idea to consult with your primary healthcare provider to discuss whether IV therapy is right for you and to address any potential risks or interactions with existing medical conditions or medications.
Great advice. Well, in part 3 of our deep dive, we'll wrap things up with some final thoughts and key takeaways for our listeners. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the deep dive. We've been exploring the world of hydration 3 drips, and I have to say it's been quite a journey. From the science behind how it works to the potential benefits and even how to choose a provider, we've covered a lot of ground.
Yeah, what's really striking is how IV therapy bridges the gap between traditional medicine and the growing focus on wellness.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen how it can be a lifesaver in acute situations,
Right.
but it's also becoming a popular choice for those looking to proactively boost their health and well-being.
Right. It's not just about treating illness anymore. It's about optimizing how we feel. So as we wrap up this deep dive, let's distill everything we've learned into some key takeaways for our listeners.
Absolutely. First and foremost, we can't forget how fast IV hydration works.
Right.
It delivers fluids and nutrients directly into your bloodstream,
Right.
bypassing the digestive system entirely.
Mm-hmm.
For athletes recovering from intense training or anyone dealing with severe dehydration, that speed can make a huge difference.
And we learned it's not just about the speed, it's also about the ability to customize the drips.
Yes?
You can tailor the blend of vitamins, minerals, and electrolytes to target specific needs,
Exactly.
whether it's boosting energy levels, supporting your immune system, or even improving skin health.
It's like a personalized approach to hydration, addressing your unique needs and goals.
Yeah.
But of course, as with any medical procedure, there are potential risks.
Right.
We can't stress enough how important it is to choose a reputable provider
Right.
with qualified medical professionals.
And remember, a good provider will prioritize hygiene, use sterile equipment, and be completely transparent about the ingredients they use and the potential benefits and risks. Don't be afraid to ask questions and make sure you feel comfortable with the provider you choose.
Informed consent is absolutely key.
Right.
It's your health, and you have the right to be fully informed before making any decisions.
So as we reach the end of our deep dive, I'm curious, what are your biggest takeaways? What stands out to you the most about IV therapy?
For me, it's the importance of understanding that IV therapy is not just a quick fix or a trend. It's a powerful tool with both medical and wellness applications, backed by science,
Yeah.
and with the potential to make a real difference in people's lives.
I agree. It's about having options and making informed choices about your health.
Exactly.
And if you're thinking about trying IV therapy, do your research, talk to your doctor, and choose a provider you trust.
And remember, no matter what, staying hydrated is fundamental.
Right.
Whether you choose to explore IV therapy or stick with good old-fashioned water, listen to your body and prioritize your well-being.
That wraps up our deep dive into Hydration the Fupe. We hope you've enjoyed this journey into the world of hydration and learned something new along the way. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.